Welcome everyone, my name is CatmasterOP and this is the second entry in my Delve Diary video series. I was absent because I was ill and I'm still recovering from that illness, and as a consequence I sadly fell behind on the ladder, but my intention was just to have a good start and to not really push the ladder ultra hard or go for 100, as Righteous Fire Juggernaut is possibly not the fastest mapper around. It would take me quite a lot of time, but it is a very good all-around character, and that's why we went for it. Now in this video I'm gonna give you a quick update on the character, what I changed, how it's going so far, and what are the plans for the next couple of days. And I'm gonna talk about my Atlas setup, how I managed to unlock the Atlas, what shape maps I'm going for, and how I got to the point that I am at right now, and what's the plans for the next coming days. And then my experiences with delving, as I haven't really touched upon delving at all prior to the first entry. So let's go into this. I previously didn't show you the entire passive tree of my character. This is the beauty. So you can see that we're pretty much stretching from all the life nodes that we can get to all the life nodes we can get and Holy Fire. I did refund some life for Holy Fire since last time I made a video on this, just because I really needed the damage, and Holy Fire is 100% increased fire / burning damage for about 5 nodes. Seems pretty good. Needed to happen. We did get a Belly of the Beast from the Flesh of the Beast prophecy, which I got during leveling already. I think I had that already in my prophecy tab last time I made a video, but I just didn't have the nerve to farm the belly. But yeah, what we did is just with the prophecy active, we went into Act 9 Belly of the Beast and ran it a couple of times. I think I actually did only have to run it once until we got the rare Bone Warped Warrior, and then you get a guaranteed Belly of the Beast drop. We didn't have to divine it. It came with 38% increased max life and 15% all res. So pretty good on that. We also found a pretty good Elder helmet, which replaced the concentrated effect helmet that I used previously. I think you might remember I was using Rhyme Gaze for the level 20 conk effect support as a pseudo 5 link. Now we got a level 16 burning damage support, which comes coupled with a 23% increased burning damage always, right? This is one prefix. And, oh no, it's actually a suffix. My bad. And this helmet also comes with a little bit of Dex, Int, and Mana, which is... the Mana is the most negligible out of all of that. Dex and Int actually helped me to spec out of Versatility, which I was spec'd into just for the Dex and the Int. Thanks to this helmet, these 2 points were freed up and we could then invest them into life. And most importantly, the helmet came with a free prefix, so we could mastercraft a life roll, which, you know, makes it a pretty good helmet, and it's not likely we're going to replace that anytime soon. We're going to have to get the essence craft from the one of the 4 special corrupted essences that grants 30% more elemental damage to socketed gems on the helmet, but that's going to take a while because I don't even have that essence yet, right? Instead of swapping Conk versus AoE on this helmet now, which I previously did, you know, I had Ink AoE in for clear and swapped it for Conk whenever I went into a single target, I'm running both increased AoE and concentrated effect now. And whenever I do want to optimize for single target, I replace increased AoE with efficacy. Now efficacy doesn't give you that much more damage. I mean, 23% more damage over time is sort of respectable, but most importantly also grants me 15% increased skill effect duration, which positively affects the Val Righteous Fire, which has a base duration of 4 seconds, pretty low, but now the buff lasts 4.6 seconds, which is a little bit more and helps with that extra damage on the single target. We also did roll a decent Stygian Vice with a nice life roll and reduced flask charges used. I think I'll still have to divine that as the life roll goes up to 89 here, and you know, the cold resist I don't really need, the lightning resist we can pretty much only gain, but most importantly the flask charges used should be close or at 20%. But yeah, pretty nice find, I'm very happy with this one. And after wasting 6 Purity of Fire gems, I finally hit the 21 Purity off stream just as I was preparing for this video. And that means we only need this +2 ring. Now, you really want level 23 Purity of Fire because it grants you 5% additional maximum fire resist as opposed to 4% additional maximum fire resist. But it's pretty much up to you whether you use a +3 ring or scepter, or up to your RNG, or a +2 with a 21 gem. Because you don't need a 21 corrupt in order to get the 23 if you have a +3, obviously. You could just use a level 20 gem, and that's pretty low effort to get. So we're at a total of 92 total fire resist now, with the Purity running and the Ruby Flask up. Feels good, man. Seems amazing. Now, we started to flip the gems for quality. We have Elemental Focus here with quality, we have the increased duration with quality. They're actually approaching level 20 quite fast again because of all the low level content. As you all know, gem experience is not penalized in this game, meaning even if you farm like Harbor Bridge in Act 8, you still get 100% of the XP that you get there on your gems, while your character basically gets nothing anymore if you're level 90, but your gems can still level normally there. Now, my next upgrades will likely be a Calm's Heart chest piece that will replace the Belly of the Beast. We will need a little bit of resistance, which we're probably gonna solve that with jewels. These rings are also pretty much subpar. I mean, this one doesn't even have a life roll, and this one has just the good life roll, and everything else is sort of eh. I mean, I don't really need the mana regen, and this amulet has the attributes, has a nice resist and nice life, but it's also not non-plus ultra. Like there's certainly very, very many stages of improvements that I can still imagine on these jewelry pieces. My gloves actually provide me with just life gain on kill, and accuracy. I don't know why I crafted ES on there. Must have been like a short circuit decision while I was feverish in bed or something like that. No, it was actually previously, but as you can see, these are also going to be really easily improved. I saw a friend of mine actually posted me gloves that he crafted with fossils that had life regen, percentage increased max life, flat max life, and like 50 chaos resist. Those were insane. I wish I had those. But yeah, we're gonna see. It's obviously gonna be easy to replace these. Now I quickly want to talk about my Atlas Mapsa. Thanks to the new Zana mods and a little bit of RNG, we were able to unlock pretty much every single map between tier 1 and tier 8. The only map that I still have not unlocked yet is Jungle Valley. And our only tier 9 that we unlocked so far is Shaped Volcano. Why Shaped Volcano? Simply because Volcano drops the King's Heart cards, which I'm going to need to farm, I think 8 of in order to get a Calm's Heart. Now I haven't gotten a single one despite running a little handful of Volcano maps already, but I figure sooner or later we'll start getting them. We'll just have to be persistent. But yeah, the most important factor in unlocking all of these maps so fast, I mean, keep in mind that I was out of the game for literally 3 or 4 days where I was not playing, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, And pretty much half of the day yesterday I wasn't playing or streaming because I felt really bad. We used alternate of the same tier many times when we were missing maps. It means, we know you're missing this jungle valley, you roll a cemetery. You don't even care about the quality or the rolls that you get, it just needs to be rare. But, you know, normally I'd have to throw this away because I can't run this, right? Cannot regen. It's impossible to run with Righteous Fire. But, you know, if you use alternate of same tier, you pay 1 chaos, which is the same cost as rerolling this, but at the same time you get a different map of the same tier, meaning you get a chance to get the map of this tier that you didn't have yet. And I find that pretty good. And on top of that, Shaped is pretty good, because that's how I got my Shaper Orbs most of the times. Now, see, in order to get your tier 1 Shaper Orb, you need to beat the map boss on a map with Elder Influence. That's tier 6, right? As you can see, my Elder Influence right now is on tier 3, tier 2, and tier 3. So it would take quite some effort to stretch this out to a tier 6 or tier 7 that I wanted to get an Elder Orb from, a Shaper Orb from. But what I did is I had Elder Influence down here, and I just ran a Relic Chambers with Zana's Shape mod when it had Elder Influence. That meant it was a tier 9 map with Elder Influence. Instantly when I killed the boss, I got my Shaper's Orb, and I don't have to uncomplete any tier 9 map now after I got the Shaper Orb in order to make sure that I sustain my Volcano maps, which is pretty cool. I really like these new Zana mods. As a side note, this Shaped is also pretty good when you're aiming for particular maps, because you can exclude any map that doesn't have a Pantheon boss by just inserting a Divine Vessel with your map that you want to shape with. Because... oh, that's too high. Wait, but if you put this ley line with the Divine Vessel, you're getting a tier 8 map, right? Oh wait, that's not the right one. Never mind, that wasn't well thought through. There is a mechanic where you can only get a particular map with a Divine Vessel, if it's a random map. I think it was not alternate of the same it is alternate of the same tier. If you want to get a tier 3 map which has a Pantheon boss, you can only get the ones with a Pantheon boss while you have that vessel inserted, is what I wanted to say. So let's see, tier 3 Pantheon. There is no tier 3 maps with a Pantheon boss. But see, if you were going for Conservatory, because you don't have that yet, you insert a, say, Haunted Mansion with a Divine Vessel, then you can only get Haunted Mansion, Spider Lair, and Toxic Sewer. Conservatory, Spider Lair, and Toxic Sewer, because those are the only one with a Pantheon boss. Otherwise, the map device will tell you that it's not the right map to use a Divine Vessel with. Just heard that on Bayclass. If you guys don't know Bayclass pretty cool. PoE podcast, check it out on Target Cat's channel. Yeah, now the plan is to extend Shaper Elder Influence to the point that I get a flip-flop situation here, meaning that I have Shaper next to Elder here. Then I remove the Shaper Influence, that extends the Elder Influence, then I remove the Elder Influence, and that will make Shaper likely to gain that back, and then we'll be able to run pretty much every map with influence of either Shaper or Elder for a massive increase of loot that we can get. So we're running along. There's only one more thing that I want to talk about, and that's why I think Righteous Fire is really good for delving, and that's the fact that you can roll a Dowsing Flask. Now, Righteous Fire characters are built around sustaining a massive fire degen, meaning not only do they have a high amount of fire resist, but they'll also have a lot of life regen. Now most of that life regen is consumed by sustaining righteous fire, so when I run through the delves like this, my life regen is not particularly high. But if I want to branch off real quick to the side, I can switch off the righteous fire with my dowsing flask. I chose a quartz flask because most of the time when I want to delve, I also want to run through the mobs, because the mobs are invulnerable anyway, right? So no point in running righteous fire. You just want to run through them without damage. And I wish I could explain this a little bit better. I'll explain that in a future video, maybe include some footage of me doing some crazy ass delving. But that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I really like this character for delving. I just continuously forget to switch my flask setup between delving and mapping. But that's that. So if you enjoyed the video, if you want more of this series to happen, then I appreciate it if you like, share, subscribe, whatever. If you have questions about the build, about my playstyle, you're welcome to visit me on my stream. I stream daily on twitch.tv/CatmasterOP. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching and have a wonderful day.